Right then, you horrible lot. This week on Burntwolf Airsoft, I'm going to be talking gas masks, and more specifically about making a gas mask safe for airsoft. Gas masks are a great way to complete the look of an airsoft loadout. For those that don't mind sweating buckets and having slightly restricting breathing, they're one of the only ways to get the full look without eye and face protection ruining the effect. Today we're going to be looking at the British S10. Brought into service around 1987, this gas mask is perfect for completing that 80s and 90s UK soldier look. Sadly though, the lenses on this aren't up to scratch for airsoft games and will crack. But for about 20 quid and a bit of faff, you can have possibly one of the most intimidating face and eye pro setups going. First things first, you're going to need to buy some replacement lenses. These go for about 20 quid. You can get replacement inner lenses, which I'll go into in more detail about replacing in a bit, or much easier and quicker, and what I would personally recommend, clip-on outers. These clip-on outers simply go over the existing lenses. They're easy to install and they come in different colors which can also be mirrored, which I think is rather cool. There's a link in the description below to a shop where you can get both of these types. Now for those of you who want the inners rather than the outers, it's time to maul your mask. Find the seam around the edge of the lenses and pull the rubber back. Now carefully wedge a screwdriver into the gap and twist. This should remove the outer ring. Be careful not to stab yourself when doing this, and be warned, these things tend to go flying when they finally come loose. Now you should be able to simply pull the entire lens and its holder out of the mask. You're going to need to take this apart now to fit your new airsoft lenses. Now again, use a screwdriver to work into the lenses. Be careful about doing this. It will take a bit of work, but don't go forcing it too much. You don't want to break these bits. Now that that's done, place in your new lenses and snap the upper interior ring back into place. This can take a bit of work. Jordan, who helped me make this guide, suggests placing the pieces back together the same way they came apart, with the two areas that will by now have some screwdriver marks in the same place. This also makes future changes a bit easier, rather than weakening the whole thing. Now simply put it all back the way you found it. This can be a bit tricky and will require some serious pinch pressure. Now with the eye pro bit sorted, it's time to make things a little easier on yourself when it comes to breathing. Or not, if that's what you're into. But for most people, I would recommend doing this. Unscrew the filter off the side of the mask and carefully cut around the side, around the seam. Do this as neatly as you can. These pieces are going to have to go back together. Now with the top off, you should be faced with all this crap. That's the filter that soaks up all those nice chemical weapons that they like to throw at us in the 90s. Thankfully, though, we have no need for that at a regular game site. So remove all this stuff and chuck it in the bin. Really make sure you get all this gunk out. Give it a quick swill under the tap once it's all out and leave it to dry. Once it's dry, place the top of the filter back on and attach it with some black electrical tape. And there you have it. Your gas mask is now safe for airsoft and will allow you to breathe. You can now look like a very scary gimp at your next airsoft game. Big thanks goes to Jordan for helping me put this guide together. He's slowly but surely modifying tons of gas masks to be airsoft safe. So if that's what you're into and would like to see a few more gas mask conversion guides on this channel, be sure to let me know, and I'm sure Jordan can help me out sorting out all the details. As always, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more airsoft tips, tricks, reviews, and how-tos. Anyway, back to what you were doing. At ease.